I think that's interesting. I mean, the whole thing was the pressure was, these files would help Trump drain the swamp. No, few people suspected that the swamp was in Britain rather than the US. Very interesting. Now, Sean, we've talked before about Donald Trump preparing for war on Iran. Well, at the same time, trying in the last couple of weeks to negotiate a deal for Iran to give up its nuclear weapons program, cut back on its ballistic missiles, stop killing protesters. Now, I've said that Trump was in fact just buying time for his military to get in position for a regime strike. And now the US has indeed ordered non-essential staff to leave its embassy in Beirut, while Israel has stepped up bombing in Lebanon Hezbollah assets, Hezbollah being a huge terrorist group funded by Iran, threatened to help defend it. I think this is like the eve of a strike. What is the plan, do you think?
Let me just say this on timing. I think that the Iranians caught a break with our State of the Union occurring. The president obviously wants to focus tremendously on domestic politics, talk about affordability, the border issues that he campaigned on, and speak to an American audience. And American audiences generally don't have a wide tolerance for foreign policy. The bigger issue in Iran, more specifically, is that explaining to people why it's in our national interest is a little bit more complicated than, say, Venezuela, which you could argue dealt with both oil and drugs coming into our country. With Iran, it does pose a threat and instability in the region, but it's a lot harder of a sell to the American people. Now, getting back to the actual war itself, I think one of the things that I've been saying for weeks now, Andrew, is it's one thing to go in and surgically attack military sites, go in, bomb government facilities, military facilities, places where you suspect that there might be enrichment of uranium or other nuclear capabilities. But it's quite another when you end up taking out a regime. The big debate, and you can see this, all of our naval assets are outside the area. That's great for dropping bombs from planes, from firing tomahawks, from submarines, but you don't have a follow-on force in place right now. So, going in there and having stability after a potential regime change is not something that's in the cards right now. Number one, militarily, but number two, more politically, Donald Trump takes pride in the fact that he ends wars, doesn't start them. So I think that's, to me, the bigger factor in all of this, which is that I think President Trump is loath to get involved in a sort of a military quagmire that could last for years after campaigning so vigorously on getting out of those kind of situations.
Yeah, it's interesting, taking out the leader of Venezuela, it's been almost seamless. The regime keeps going on there, or under different management, but the oil supplies for once are denied to China. And I think the same might happen with Iran. China must be very worried what's happening there. Meanwhile, today, Sean, is the 4th anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Donald Trump once promised to end that war in a day. He then threatened to cut aid to Ukraine if it didn't give in to Russian demands. What is his position now?
Well, look, I think that he would like a peaceful settlement. And frankly, to be honest with you, going back to the way I answered the last question, he prides himself on ending wars, and he's less concerned with maybe the specifics and the terms, which is what concerns a lot of people. Like, if he can get what they call a peace, it may not be on the best terms for one party or another, but I think that's what concerns a lot of folks. I got to be honest with you, Andrew. I think Ukraine is on the back burner significantly between Venezuela, Iran, what's going on here domestically. Ukraine is not popping up as an issue. And frankly, I wonder if Russia is playing that game, which is slowly kind of just keep things going, wear the Ukrainians down, buy some more time. But as I've maintained for a while, I actually think Iran and Russia are cut from the same cloth, meaning that I don't think either one of them actually wants a deal. I think they want to buy time. That's about it.
I suspect and fear that you are absolutely right. Sean Spicer, thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely. Good to see you.